of views and opinions going on. Big shout out to everybody, man. Top Flight TV, Mr. Top Flight Films, aka Big Flight. What's going on with the people, man? How's everybody doing today? Um, we are here. We are here. Hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody had a productive weekend. I know I did. A lot of ripping and running, moving and grooving. We get to the business, man. Anyway, we here, man, and I got some topics I want to bring up. I want to talk about some stuff. I want to give some views and opinions. You dig? Uh, I want to put a disclaimer on my video. I want to start putting disclaimers on my videos. Um, this channel is not about hate. This channel is not about degrading people. This channel is not about spreading any negativity. Uh, Sometimes the truth can sound like negativity. Sometimes the truth can hurt your feelings. Uh, Charlie Kirk was uh, patted on the back for so-called telling the truth. And some people say that the reason why we don't like Charlie Kirk is because we couldn't handle the truth, which is not the truth. But I just want to put that out there, man, that this is not a hateful page. You understand? Um, it's a real page, and it's a page about justice. So I'm going to give my views and opinions because I'm an American and I'm entitled to. So today we're going to get to that strange ceremony. You know the ceremony that I'm talking about. The Charlie Kirk ceremony that they had. And it was very strange. I don't know if you all seen it. I seen some clips of it. I did not watch that shit. That's not something I want to watch. But we're going to talk about these speeches. We're going to talk about Erica Kirk's speech. Very interesting stuff. What did you guys think about Erica Kirk's speech? I'm going to give my opinion, but I would love to hear it. What came to your mind when you saw her make that speech? What about Stephen Miller? What about his speech? What came to your mind when you saw Stephen Miller's speech or heard his speech? I'm going to talk about that as well. We already know Trump, he got up there, and listen, y'all, Trump got up there and he gave his speech. And to be honest, man, listen, listen. This is not a good look for anybody. Or everybody that's gung-ho about this new Christian nationalism going on, everybody that's y'all need to hit y'all man. Y'all need to talk to him because a good leader knows when to mince his words. You understand? Uh, that ceremony was like them declaring war within the United States because who the fuck are they talking about? They said things like, when they aim the gun at Charlie, they aim the gun at us. Who the fuck is they? Why aren't they putting the address on this shit? Who is they? Because the shooter was someone that was groomed and brought up under a Republican family. The shooter was a young white male. Who is they? And from what I understand, he didn't have any ties to the Democrats. From what I understand, we're going to talk more about who they is or who they are. We're going to talk more about that. But the whole ceremony, from what I saw, the clips that I saw, it looks extremely weird, and everybody should be concerned. Even the people who are drinking the Kool-Aid should be concerned. They're trying to usher in this new white Christian nationalism. That is very concerning, being as though we have freedom of religion in this country. You dig? But you saw images of the stadium. You saw images of people everybody holding up these signs for Charlie Kirk. I even saw somebody walking with a cross. It was a white dude that was walking with a cross like he was Jesus of Nazareth. Like, this shit is fucking weird, y'all. I'm gonna try not to cuss, or at least as much. But it is anybody else seeing this stuff? Is anybody's third eye open? A lot of people don't have a third eye open. I mean, looking at this thing from an outside looking in perspective, sometimes you gotta look from the outside in. I know everybody's riled up. Everybody's mad about what happened to dude. I get that. Right now I'm talking to the MAGA crowd. I'm talking to the white nationalists, Christians that are just overly religious now. All of a sudden, in a week, everybody's a fucking Christian. I'm totally lost. But anyway, I need y'all to, why aren't y'all looking at this with a side eye? I know you're riled up, they're galvanizing you. You had the big pep rally, because that's really what that was. That was a pep rally. That was a pep rally for hate. You know what I'm saying? I would be really looking at this shit like, what is going on? Where are they taking us with this? Where is this going? Who are they talking about? Who is the they that they're against now? Who are they going after? Because the guy who shot Charlie Kirk is in custody. Who are they going after? Are they going after Israel? Are they going after the Democrats? We're going to talk more about that, though, because Stephen Miller said some very interesting things that we got to break down. But let's talk about Erica Kirk. Let's talk about her speech. And I'm going to ask the question again, hopefully, being as though there's more people in the chat, I hope people can chime in and tell me your thoughts on Erica Kirk's speech. Now, again, I'm giving my views and opinions. I have a God-given right to give my views and opinions. I don't really feel any remorse for Erica Kirk. And the reason being is because she was down with the play. She knew what her husband was out here doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think he was doing God's work. Those of us who have a third eye, those of us who know better, we know he wasn't doing any God's work. He was doing the God of white supremacy's work. And that's just what it is. Ain't no spinning that. Ain't no having a black dude telling us that he wasn't racist. Ain't none of that shit working. Because those of us know that know, we know. But her speech was very interesting. First of all, she walked out. She walked out. When she walked out, there was pyrotechnics, fire and fireworks going in front of her. Did y'all see this shit? It looked like something off of Monday Night Raw. Do you understand? I'm gonna get to all the comments in a minute. Erica Kirk's entrance to that stage looked like WWF. It was very strange, y'all. I don't give a fuck if you don't like what I'm saying. I need you to use your brain and go back and look at that speech. What is all this? Why is she coming out to fireworks and fire going on the stage? What is this? Is this a memorial or is this a campaign? A campaign rally? Is this a pep rally or memorial? Anyway, so she walked out to the big scene. The angles were beautiful because I'm a videographer. I know when angles, the same person that taped the Trump assassination taped this shit. Listen, let me tell y'all something. The same person who directed, the director of the Trump shooting, assassination, so-called assassination, the same person who directed this goddamn ceremony. It's the same production team. I can tell because of the angles. You dig? Anyway, I'm watching her speech, and you know, one thing that body language is 80% of communication. Body language does not lie. You understand? Body language does not lie. We're 9 days, 9 days since her husband was killed. And I didn't see any genuine sadness. I'm just giving my views and opinions. You can drink the Kool-Aid. You can go along with this. You can act like you're sad and she was sad. Anybody with two eyes can see that lady was performing. The first thing that came to my mind, y'all hit the like button for me, man, if you like the content. I'm gonna tell y'all the first thing that came to my mind. The first thing that came to my mind when Erica Kirk was giving her speech is this lady was involved. This lady was involved in that man's death. This is my views and opinions. You can crack jokes in the comments. But if you really cared about Charlie Kirk, you need to be looking at that wife. If you really cared about Charlie Kirk, you will be looking at, you will be investigating or pushing for an investigation to that wife. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care. Listen, you can talk about me all you want. I'm talking about being a man or a woman, a free-thinking man or a woman. You can attack me. I'm just giving what I saw, the feelings that I felt. Could they be valid? Yes. Could they not be valid? Sure. Take it for what it's worth. I'm just giving you what I saw as a rational man who reads body language very well. She looks as if she knew he was not going to be here. She looks, go watch the speech. She looks like she knew all this was about to happen. You're 8-9 days away from your husband, the father of your kids, being gunned down unexpectedly. And that's all you have? That's it? That was not enough. That was not a grieving woman. That was not a grieving wife, man. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not even sorry. It is what it is. Listen, y'all. Listen real close. She is up next. She stands to benefit from this more than anybody. Okay? She stands to benefit from this more than anybody. Number one. That's number one. Everything that's in his name, the house, all that shit is going to her. We know that. Not only that, but she is the new, what? Is she the new president of Turning Point? She's in position now. She's the new CEO, president of Turning Point. Somebody answer me. Listen, don't get fucking mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just giving my views and opinions. That shit like a big ass, it looks like a big ass movie. All this stuff looks like a big ass movie. If y'all want to continue to drink the Kool-Aid and not question what's going on, that's on y'all. You can leave all the comments that you want in the chat. I'm talking about real deal. Let's back up from all this and let's think. All of this stuff is too put together. These big ass rallies and ceremonies, this idolization of this guy, this shit is phony baloney. There is an agenda. There is a real agenda. The first agenda is to make white Christian nationalism mainstream. And they've done that. They successfully done that. Everything that Charlie was talking about, a lot of the stuff that these racist podcasters were talking about, it is now mainstream. Back to her speech. I know y'all don't like this shit. All y'all can do is insult because y'all can't think for yourself. It's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? You can't think for yourself. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're part of the 85%, right, that are asleep. You dig? So don't be mad at me because I'm woke. I'm talking about the real woke, not the woke that y'all made that y'all turned into, y'all turned the word woke into some other shit. I'm the real woke, enlightened, third eye, all the way open. You dig? That lady was trying to squeeze tears out of her face. I'm gonna get to all the comments in a second. Hit the like button for me. Even the racists, y'all hit the like button too. If you're racist, hit the like button. If you love Charlie Kirk, hit the like button. That lady tried to squeeze tears out of her face. She was not successful. The eyeliner went nowhere. She said, that boy, she said it a bunch of times. That boy. Why did she keep saying that? She was the only one saying that boy, but everybody else talking about they. Who was maybe one of the racist MAGA Kool-Aid drinking motherfuckers can tell me who is they? Who is they? Say something intelligent in the chat. Who is the they that they're talking about? Who is the they that you guys are mad at? This is a serious question. Who is the they? Okay. Stormy said they is y'all. And I was going to get to that. I'm glad you said that. Hey, yeah, I'm glad you said that. Artie said killed by his own. That's what I'm saying. So who is they? Who is they? If he was killed by a white boy that was raised in a Republican home, he has no ties to the Democrats. Who is they? The they that they're talking about. MJ Rap Studios. MJ, you shouldn't be doing no rap. If you're a fucking Charlie Kirk supporter, all you motherfuckers, let me tell y'all this. All the yo-yo boys that I see supporting Charlie Kirk, put your rap music up. Don't listen to rap music no more. You dig? Charlie Kirk was against rap music. So you shouldn't listen to it no more. You dig? No, nobody's mad, dude. I'm just very passionate. It's a lot of conviction because this stuff is extremely weird. That ceremony was weird. Erica Kirk's speech was weird. Stephen Miller's speech was weird. The guys walking around the crowd, walking with the cross, weird. All this shit is weird, cuz. You dig? Fucking weird. And I hope you guys, you MAGA racists, the racists within the MAGA community, I hope you guys aren't as dumb as you're looking right now. You understand? Stephen Miller. Let's get to Stephen Miller, then I'm gonna open up for comments. I'm gonna open up for questions. Stephen Miller, he was a very creepy dude. He looked very creepy. He looked straight out of a Klan robe. You understand? And his disposition was very aggressive. Okay, passive aggressive. Stephen Miller said something about we are the light and they are the dark. We are the light, they are the dark. Who is they? Okay, and I know who he's talking about. This is a rhetorical question. Stephen Miller had a lot of things to say. He was saying things like, they do not build, we build. They do not this, they this. Who the fuck is they, Stephen? See, these people aren't men because they couldn't put an address on it. If these motherfuckers were so tough, right, and so angry like they said they are, why they ain't put an address on it? Why couldn't they say who they was talking about? Right. What's next for this movement? It's gonna get very, very strange, okay? And the Democrats are to blame, all right? Throughout all of this, we still have to blame the Democrats for allowing this nonsense to even be in power. The Democrats were too busy bringing a bunch of immigrants over here, right? They were too busy trying to ignore foundational black Americans. They were too busy with these weird ass agendas. They didn't put the protection on foundational black Americans as they should. They didn't invest in the black Americans that have kept them in power for 50 years. And now they look foolish, okay? I'm not all for you Democrats back at all. If you really look at what's going on, all they did was tell us Trump is going to be bad. Trump is going to do this. Trump is going to do that. Sure, of course he is. We knew he was. We knew Trump was going to do all kind of crazy shit. We knew that white supremacy was going to come back more than ever. We already knew that. And I'm kind of happy about that. I'm kind of happy that white supremacy is making a mainstream comeback. This racism is prevalent now more than ever. You dig? And I'm glad because maybe now, see, just like these so-called Charlie Kirk people are waking up, best believe foundational black American youth are waking up as well. See, people tell you to not talk about the past, stop talking about what went on in the past, right? But then in 2025, it's looking just like the past. They're gearing up, okay? With the same hate speech. It's covert this time, though. It's different. They are still, and there will be, just like a bunch of Charlie Kirks are coming up, there will be a bunch of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X's coming up, okay? Don't get that fucked up. So, the thing about this shit is, it's a desperate attempt for white supremacy. They look desperate. All these ceremonies and these fucking weird ass Klan rallies they're having, it's a desperate attempt to regain power. It's a desperate attempt to push forth this message, okay, that we're better. You're nothing. You don't build. You're destructive, right? Meanwhile, they're killing each other. They're ready to go to war with each other. Okay, so no problem. Let's get to some of these comments, man. Let's get to some. I'm not going to address any of the same comments that I see every day. The victim, the go back to Africa, because we know I'm foundational black America. Africa's not my homeland. My family built this country. I'm gonna say it once so I don't gotta say it again. But I want to address real comments. I want people in this chat, even the racist MAGA people or the racist people, you ain't gotta be MAGA to be racist, because they all fighting each other. It's so much confusion within the white supremacist community. You got all kind of people fighting each other. It's fucking hilarious. But I want somebody to intelligently, please tell me what you thought of Charlie Kirk's wife's speech. What did you think of that phony ass speech? Do you think she had something to do with this murder? Let's go. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. Chocolate Music said they are the archetype of narcissists. The narcissism it's heavy. It's heavy. Sassy Mo said people need to focus on what the oligarchs are doing. They are the only ones profiting and smoking their cigars because of chaos. Sassy Mo. We got a smart motherfucker in the building. You understand? Thank you. Thank you. Abraham, what it do? Rob said he's not sure, he didn't even watch it. Ronell said you demonic. Ronell, are you black? Where you from, boy? Where's your family from? How am I demonic? How am I demonic? Does anybody, I want to hear nothing but, I want to see intelligent comments. Foggy said, real quick, I don't even want to read that dumb shit. Oh, listen, y'all. Listen. I know you just want to make insults. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel big. I know you would never say that to my face. I don't take it personal, okay? Um, why don't you try to say something smart and intelligent and productive? And we can have a productive conversation. Oceana said, as soon as Charlie started talking about Israel, let me ask you, Oceana, did you see Charlie Kirk's wife's speech? Did you buy that bullshit? I didn't buy that bullshit. A lot of people that I posted on my Facebook, a lot of people saw what I saw. Charlie done more for black youth than their own fathers. Okay, I mean, see, I just say anything, dog. Like I just lie. There's a study out there that proves Charlie Kirk's there's no black fathers in the home. That shit is easily debunked. Y'all, listen. Y'all been running around for a week, spreading these weak ass talking points that from Charlie. You guys are the less intelligent people that really ran with these talking points and believed them. You didn't do no fact checking. You didn't do any comparative analysis. You guys, like, that shit impressed you. It didn't impress us. You dig? Real smart people aren't impressed. Were never impressed with Charlie Kirk. You dig? Morthel said, ultimately what happened to Charlie Kirk was just a flashpoint, kind of like Richard fire. Ultimately, if it wasn't Kirk, it would have been someone else. I agree with that. This was a play. This was some sort of play to usher in new policy to put fire. This is MAGA on steroids. Do you understand? This shit right here. Remember when Trump came out with the hat? Remember when he came out with the hat? It was a new day when he came out with the hat. This is that on steroids. Super Sid Susu said, wow, that's some BS. Charlie put down black woman, his own words. Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. No, I don't have rent, sir. I have a mortgage. You dig? Riviera, what it do, homie? Smokey the Bear said we close to midterms. Yeah. Carlos said Marshall. See, I got some smart people in here today. I got some smart people in here today. I'm not talking to the dummies, the degenerates. I'm not talking to them. All they know is how to talk about black issues, right? They don't want to talk about the white boy that killed 3 police officers last week. They don't want to talk about the white boy that shot 5 officers. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the school shootings. They don't want to talk about their community at all. So I got smart people here today. I'm really happy about that. Malik said they acting like Charlie was Jesus. Bro, hey Malik, let me tell you something, man. They are absolutely acting like he was Jesus, but this shit is manufactured. They're putting a lot of extras on this. And you have to ask yourself why. See, they're exposing themselves because they're doing a little too much. They're doing a little too much. He got a day of remembrance. You got to look at this. Look at this. He died a day before 9/11. He died. He got killed on the 10th, right? Didn't he get killed on the 10th? Warren said, Charlie is a slave in the kingdom as we speak. Iron Bud said, how do we stop talking about race in general? Let me ask you, bro. Unfortunately, that conversation will never stop. The only way it's gonna stop, they say by 2050, most of the world will look like a Colin Kaepernick. Okay, yeah, and this is another reason why you see what you see. The reason why you see what you see out here in the news is because the white supremacists, they know They know that they're a minority on the planet, okay? And they're amping up and they're gearing up. And this is what Charlie Kirk's job was. His job was to try to save the race ultimately. And this is what they're doing. This is called white supremacy, dog. Okay? Talking about the one dude, Stephen Miller, got up there talking about the places that they come from, Athens, and y'all know all of that Aryan stuff, the superhero, the Aryan God stuff. Y'all know that that's a myth, and people really believe in that shit. Emma Murphy said, "I'm white, and all 6 of my grandbabies are mixed, and Charlie was not racist." Emma, sweetheart. Listen, just because you don't recognize the racism, okay, if a black man is telling you, see, this the thing, right? All these people talking about, I got black friends, I got black grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's husband is black. If they're telling you that this nigga was racist, you need to listen. And if you don't, you say, well, nah, he's not racist, then guess what, sweetheart? Guess what? Yeah. Okay. So listen, as somebody with mixed kids myself, I don't know how my kid's grandmother feel about Charlie Kirk. I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to have these conversations. But we're telling you, you can choose to ignore. Anybody that disrespects Martin Luther King is a fucking racist. Listen, he didn't have to agree with King. But disrespect is not tolerated to Martin Luther King. You understand that? Only a racist would disrespect Martin Luther King. You understand that? We not having that shit. That's why I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk or his goddamn wife. You understand? When he got home from talking that crazy shit about MLK, she patted him on his back and spent that money. Do you understand? You dig? We not having that shit. No, sir. All you coons out there that's cool with that, that's why we're gonna shit on Charlie Kirk's legacy every chance we get. You understand? I'm on his ass. I done did 10 videos on Charlie Kirk. I'm on Charlie Kirk's ass. You dig? And you guys gonna have to deal with it. But listen, she says she has grandbabies that are mixed. I feel sorry for those grandbabies. Listen. I feel sorry for those grandbabies because if you're not teaching them the right things, let me tell y'all something. Everybody's claiming that they're not racist or he wasn't racist. As soon as he disrespected MLK, the non-racist people should have been like, hey, I'm not fucking with him no more. I'm not fucking with this guy no more. He just shit on the whole civil rights movement. He said black people were better off before the civil rights movement, and not in the context that it should be talked about at. There's a point there. See, Charlie was very good at telling half of the story. Yes, there were certain things about the quality of life black people had before the civil rights movement. But the way he framed it and the context he said it in a very racist, white supremacist type of way. You dig? Riviera said the white community in the chat coping hard every day. Sharon Haywood, Dr. Martin Luther King. Listen, we can have a debate on where Martin may have went wrong in certain areas. Martin was not perfect. You understand? But we can have that conversation. Other people can chime in on the conversation, but you're gonna have to be respectful. You dig? So everybody running around here, oh, Charlie Kirk. We see you, motherfucker. We see y'all. All the friends and the yo boys and they tried to hang out and that was trying to be down and was here, there, and we see you motherfuckers. You dig? We see that y'all condone. We see that you condone disrespect to one of our greatest leaders. You condone that. We see that you condone the lies, the many lies that Charlie told. Charlie told many, many, many lies. Charlie was about law enforcement being able to kill people until it came to that lady that got killed at the Capitol by our brother who was a hero. Y'all know the black dude that killed that lady at the Capitol when she tried to jump through the window? Y'all remember that shit? When those thugs, remember when those thugs tried to run into the Capitol and that lady got hot lead in her ass? Y'all remember what's the lady name? Anybody know the lady name? Does anybody know that lady name? I don't have to show proof. Listen, Eric, listen. I know, see, y'all can find all the conspiracy theories. Y'all can find all type of information out. But you just can't seem to find Charlie Kirk's racism. You just, Ashley Babbitt. There we go, Ashley Babbitt. Y'all remember Ashley Babbitt got that hot lead in her ass? She thought she was doing something. Listen, Ashley Babbitt thought she was making moves at that Capitol. My man, our brother, crept around that corner with that shit and put belt to ass. Night, turned the TV off. You dig? Yep. So that was the only officer involved shooting that Charlie Kirk was against. Isn't that strange? Like every other shooting, all these other shootings where unarmed people were unalived, he said no, the officer was totally within his rights. But as soon as Ashley Babbitt get her TV turned off, as soon as she gets her bottom spanked, now he's against the law enforcement that smoked her. Come on, man. And you tell him he's not racist? I can go on and on and on. I already done talked about his racism in my prior videos. You did? But the thing is, if you know, you know. There's a lot of us out here that know what that was all about. You know what I'm saying? After the smoke cleared, it just confirmed what we knew. These rallies and Klan conventions, this is just confirmation that this shit is all put together. After Erica Kirk's speech, it's confirmation that this shit was planned and plotted. And if I was the authorities, well, the thing is, the authorities are in on it. But if I was anybody who really cared about Charlie Kirk, I would be looking at their wife. I will be looking at their wife. Now, why didn't, let me ask y'all this. All the coons, right? All the black people that are sticking up for Charlie Kirk, was there anybody black that spoke at his funeral? Did anybody black speak at that funeral? Where was his best friend? Where was his best friend, Candace? Where was, see, all week long, people been asking me. They're like, hey, Charlie wasn't racist. Guess who his best friend is? Doesn't your best friend normally attend and speak at your funeral? Where was Candace Owens at? Where was Candace Owens at? See, you coons need to learn a lesson from this. You will not be invited to the Klan rally. As much ass as you kissing out here, you won't get no invite to the Klan rally. You're just simply not gonna get an invite. You dig? Let's get some more of these comments, man. Legendary Sons of Trouble said she was his side chick. Gen X said you need to stop calling us coons. Are you a coon, sir? If it don't apply, let it fly. If you are, then I'm talking to you. Smokey the Bear says she's a token black. Yeah, we know that. Listen, a token black, her face will, like literally, her face should go on the picture of the definition of a token black. Brett said Candace Owens had death threats not to show up. Of course, of course. Why? Because at least she's questioning this shit. At least she's questioning. They don't want her around, bro. That wife don't want her around. But guess what? Candace is gonna fuck around and get to the bottom of this shit. She's gonna fuck around and get to the bottom of this shit. That lady exposed herself. The wife exposed herself last night when she made that fake ass performative speech last night. Robert Woods said the Democratic Party then is the Republican Party now. Idiot. That's why the Klan, I don't give a fuck. Fuck the Democrats and the Republicans. You on the wrong channel, bro. You on the wrong channel. Riviera said all that tap dancing and cooning just to still be called the N-word. It happens every time, bro. That's why I'm gonna stay. That's why I'm gonna stay unapologetically foundational Black American. You understand that? I'm unapologetic because one thing these Sambos and tokens don't understand is they're not respected on either side. Okay, the racists don't respect you because they know that you're not being true to your lineage, that you're not being true to your race, and we don't respect you because you're a traitor. Not saying you liking white people as being a traitor, because that's not what we on. This is not a hateful channel, but you throwing your brothers under the bus to appease white folks. That's the traitor behavior right there. You understand? And I know some real deal Sambos out here, and I done cut them off. Don't even talk to me. I won't even have a conversation with a Sambo. I don't want to hear your view, your opinion. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Like, if you're black and you're caping for Charlie Kirk, I don't want to hear nothing. I'd rather talk to a racist. I would rather talk to a racist than a token Sambo. I hate token Sambos more than I hate racists. You dig? Joey Jumper said, oh, you're in Chicago. Now I'm in Utah, bro. So watch out. You know Utah be spanking shit. You know Utah got them high profile murders. You dig? Shawty Shane said Charlie Kirk over MLK. And that's why, and I'm glad you said that. Because you're revealing that Charlie was not a righteous man. Let me tell y'all something about righteousness. Throughout history, listen, throughout history, what we're seeing now, the racist community, they appeared to be doing something great, but they weren't doing anything righteous. Foundational Black Americans have always been righteous. We've always been in a righteous position. We have never, ever tried to subjugate a whole group of people. We've never, ever tried to have supremacy over a whole group of people. We've never, ever said, we can do this, but you can't do this. You understand? So what you see now is a bunch of performative, fake Christian nationalism, but it is lacking righteousness. Okay? There is no righteousness. Susie Keller said, why wasn't Byron Donald one of Trump's biggest supporters, ever given a position in the White? Who cares? We don't fuck with Byron Donaldson like that. Let me tell y'all something, and I tell y'all this a lot. Byron Donaldson, he has more allegiance to his Jamaican side. I'm a foundational Black American. I'm not African. I'm not Jamaican. Just because we share the same skin color, we're different. I'm from the lineage of the people that built this country. We didn't flee here. We didn't immigrate here, okay? My family was here for centuries. You dig? So I don't care about a Byron Donaldson. He can kick rocks too. You dig? And shout out to all my immigrants that I fuck with it. All the immigrants that are not against black Americans. Shout out to y'all. Yes, you heard. We built America. And just for a point of reference, Donald Trump even said, what did somebody put in the chat what Donald Trump said about African Americans building the country? Quote unquote, African Americans built this country. This is what he said. Okay, and I'm not saying quoting him like he's the say all be all, but at least he was smart enough and he was honest enough to acknowledge that fact. You dig? And if you don't know the history, I'm not gonna do it for you. You understand? These are historical facts. You understand? When you really know history and not his story, you know what took place and how this land and this country became great. It was because of us, okay? I say it all the time. If it wasn't for foundational black Americans, these other countries probably would have been bombed and shit. They probably would have been blown this whole shit up. But they know we're here, okay? They know we're here. We're the moral currency of this country. We've always been the moral currency and the moral conscience of this country. When you guys say no, you can't drink out of this water fountain. When you guys say no, we're gonna hang people from trees. We say no, that's not right. We said no, that's not right. Muhammad Ali, when they tried to send him to Vietnam, he said, hey, I'm not fighting against them. They didn't do nothing to me. It's the people here doing something to me. We stood on that business. That's why we have heroes that are revered all around the world, because people know foundational black Americans are the moral conscience of this country. Okay? Yes, we are. And I'm very proud of that, because the narrative that you, and the thing is, I think they know, matter of fact, I know they know this. That is why they have to try to demonize us. They want to make us look like we're bad people, we're killing each other, there are no fathers in the home. This is a desperate attempt to erase history. This is a desperate attempt to rewrite a narrative. They want to rewrite a narrative because they know Big Mom and them, the civil rights movement, this is what set the standard of civil rights. We did that. Your community fought against it. When Dr. King and all them good church folks was trying to walk and march, all they did was walk and march. It burnt y'all up. Your ancestors like, fuck, why, I hate this. Why do they want equal rights? Like, this shit is crazy. Like, this is real history. And y'all know it. Y'all know what happened. All they did was want equality. And we've always fought for equality for everybody. See, we're not degenerate and we don't want just equality for ourselves. You understand? And I'm proud to be foundational black American. You understand? The real motherfucking patriots. We're the real patriots out here. And I mean that with all my heart, man. All sincerity, man. You did? All of these low vibrational comments, it just doesn't mean anything. Because guess what? Not only does the whole world know this, but people within your family know that we are the moral currency. You know, there's a thing, right? There was a clip I saw. It was a bunch of white women, and they were telling their kids, if you, listen, I know you're gonna get mad after I say this, but this is a real thing. It was a bunch of clips. It was a clip of a white woman saying, if you ever get lost in a busy street, telling her kids this, go find the nearest black man. Put whatever you want in the chat. Go look this up. Go find the nearest black man and ask for help. Okay, true grower. I don't listen. Listen, I pride myself in this channel in telling the truth. I'm gonna have to play the clip one day. I gotta go find the clip. Um, but it's a real deal. It's the real deal, Holyfield, man. We've always been the issue here in America. We've always been the focal point. Even when our ancestors were on their best behavior, even when they didn't sag their pants, even before drill music was made, even before rap music was made, we've always been the scapegoat. You understand? And I need all my people to know that this new thing that they're trying to do and make it seem like we're the worst of the worst, it's just a ploy, man. You dig? Yeah. Let's see. NFR said they hate what you say, yet they stay to be heard. Yeah, but the thing is, they're coping within themselves. The thing is, they want their message out here. They want this type of thinking to permeate. That's why they stand here and commenting, because they don't want this shit to be, they want to put their narrative out here. You understand? Yeah, no problem. Listen, everything that y'all saying is old. It's old and tired. Like, just in 9 days alone, nobody has talked about Chicago more than you guys. Chicago's not even talking about Chicago like you guys. And the reason that is, y'all, I want y'all to understand something. The reason why they have to talk about Memphis and Chicago is because in the past 9 days, a white man has taken out, now that we see their fucking hero, took out their hero. A white dude shot 5 police officers in PA, killed 3 of them. The school shooting the same day as Charlie Kirk in Colorado. The day after Charlie Kirk's death, the mass shooter in Annapolis, Maryland. Like, it doesn't matter. We know everything that you're trying to do in these comments is to try to deflect from white supremacy and white degeneracy. We already know that. So your best bet is to try to say something intelligent. You dig? VJ said trolling hard, so Top Flight must have hit a nerve. Oh, we hit many nerves over here. You see what's going on in that chat, bro. And listen, don't wait until you find out you've been played. Don't wait. Do the investigation now. Use your brain now. Because what we saw at that ceremony, at that Charlie Kirk ceremony, was theater. That was bad acting, okay? Bad acting. And it's gonna come out. I got a feeling it's gonna come out. White supremacy has been taking many, many L's for a long time. You understand? And this is an attempt to regain some sort of control. You know what I mean? Really, really bad stuff, man. Let me get to some of these comments, man. True Grower said, he said Utah is gangster. Yeah, Utah is gangster. Utah got y'all whining like some bitches. Utah got y'all whining and crying and praying and meeting up and having ceremonies. Utah got y'all pouring out fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade. Utah, motherfucker. Utah, not Chicago. You dig? I love this shit, man. Sassy Mo said, the truth is treason in an empire of lies. And these fools in my comment are just eating the lies up. They just eating the lies up, dog. You dig? Like, these dudes are so fucking stupid. They don't see what's going on. Trey Kendrick said, you speaking facts. They know that talk about the two black men that was hung. They don't want to hear that. Y'all hit the like button, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got to start bringing people on. And I apologize. I was supposed to have a debate yesterday. I was supposed to bring some people on. But Saturday night, man, I worked late night, late night club appearance in Baltimore. So I was up all night. Then my son had a game the next day, so I didn't make it to the 6 o'clock live. But y'all subscribe because we're going to be bringing people on the channel, and we're going to put belt to some of these white supremacists' ass. You dig? And we talk about other shit, too. We talk about rap. We talk about entertainment. We talk about hot topics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? 83 Gator said, just keep watching the news. We'll see who comes up missing next. Ooh, 83 Gator, I'm so fucking scared, dude. Don't take me, dude. Please. See, that's another thing. All this big, bad bravado talk that y'all do, it's big, bad bravado talk that y'all do, man. Like, knock it off, man. Knock it off. Upper Echelon says, what has rap done for the culture? Shit, rap bought me a house, homie. Rap bought me a house and cars and trips and vacations, and I feed my family with rap. What are you talking about? Man, let me tell y'all something. And this is another thing that Charlie Kirk done brainwashed y'all with. And y'all know damn well, most of the people that's repeating these talking points, y'all used to be the yo, wannabe white boys. Let's keep it real. There was a point in time where you was hanging with the brothers and you wanted to be down and you was listening to rap music and you had your Walkman and you wanted to be a part of the culture. Let's keep it a fucking buck. But now that you got older, okay, you got older and somebody like Charlie came around and he said that hip hop was degenerate, which is how we know he's never been around black people. Because all black people know hip hop is not degenerate. Drill music is degenerate. Trap music is degenerate. But hip hop is not degenerate. You dig? Carl said, give us one example. One example of what? What the fuck Wild said, bro, keep doing you. You got a lot of haters. We got a lot of haters, bro. The thing is, they hate you too, bro. Everybody in this chat. Listen, the more y'all show y'all white supremacy side, the more you expose your hand. You're exposing yourself. You understand? I will be here all day going with the inventions. So let's not do that. You dig? Scorpion said, is black Americans from before segregation or those that dealt with the worst part of it who were born in the teens and 20s really to the 19, no. Black Americans are from any time period, but foundational, those of us whose ancestors were foundational, who built the country, that's different. But I don't want to get into all that because people really gonna be upset. But let's get back to this hip hop thing. Dude said something about rap. What is wrong with rap music? I have several broadcasts where I talk about parts of the rap culture, okay? Hip hop and rap has made a way for millions of people to eat. Hip hop and rap changed the culture. It is woven into American culture. You understand? You take rap and hip hop away from American culture, there's not much here. It's not much sauce and flavor here. Imagine a world where you're only left with Taylor Swift and fucking, what's the boy name? My daughter loves this dude. What's the white boy name? This country dude. Damn, I don't forgot his name. But think about that. Think about America where there's no flavor, no rap, no black folks. Like, get out of here. Come on. Kimberly Collins says, we are black Americans, AKA foundational black Americans, period. Absolutely, sis. And that's just something they're gonna have to get used to hearing, man. Christy Neal said they feed off our energy. Yes, they do. Listen, any of these major corporations, they got rap jingles. Pusha T wrote the jingle for McDonald's, for God's sake, and Arby's. I mean, I can go on, literally on all day of how influential hip hop and rap has been on American culture. And you go anywhere in the world, you can go to Africa right now. You'll see a little boy, his name is Tupac or 50 Cent. I mean, come on, man. Knock it off. I know you don't like it, you're mad at it. You've always been resentful towards rap. You dig? You guys never wanted us to come up. Let's just be honest. Y'all never wanted us to come up. That's why we can't stop talking about racism. Because we know in your heart of hearts, the racist people of this country never wanted to see us come up. And rap was one way that we shine, one of many ways that we shine in this country. Sports and rap, other things that we do to make us shine. Y'all hate that shit. The racists hate that shit. You dig? Max Scott says, shut up. Agree, hip hop is influential and made this country great. Yeah, absolutely. Now, my beard smells great, baby. My beard, it smells very good. You dig? Smokey the Bear said, Frank Sinatra is weak ass stealing. Yeah, what Charlie Kirk said, let's go back to the music that built our country. What music would that be? Most of the music genres came from black culture. Country music, rock music. Like, come on, man. '83 Gator said, rap is the worst music. You'll degrade women, rap about nothing but killing and doing drugs. Listen, y'all have such selective memory. Y'all have such selective talking points. Do we gotta dip into heavy metal? Listen, I shoot heavy metal videos. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all some real shit real quick. Hold on, stay here. Let me give y'all some real shit real quick. As somebody who has critiqued and criticized the drill and trap culture, and I shoot drill and rap videos, I have never seen a more degenerate video until I shot a fucking rock video. I'm talking about the heavy metal rockers. They want blood, gore. I'm talking about shit that we don't even, like, we can't even fathom. Like, what is on your mind that you want this nasty shit? What is on your mind that you want to smear blood all over your face? Why? Why? At least the drill music got some guns in the video. Okay, big deal. They might shoot, act like they shooting somebody occasionally, or they robbing somebody. Okay, cool. They saw that on white movies. Okay, but this rock shit, demonic. It's demonic. It's, go watch a rock video today. It's demon shit. It's evil shit. And that's where a lot of these young drillers learn this shit from. They learn a lot of the shit you see. These young drillers and killers learn this shit from the dominant society. How to be evil and how to be demons. You understand? You can never talk to me about, come on, man, knock it off. Z said, listen to Dio. Rock isn't demonic at all. You talking to the wrong one, bro. You talking to the wrong one. You talking to the wrong one, man. I just did a video. I did a heavy metal video 2 months ago, and I love the band that I work with. Shout out to them. But the shit was nasty. It was like I didn't want to eat after the fact. We had fake blood on the scene, and they wanted to smear it around and splash it on each other. What the fuck? Come on, cuz. Like, the Silent One said, imagine blaming rock music for black culture being violent. Who said anything like that? Y'all hear what y'all want to hear in these chats, man. Z said it's from the 80s. It's not satanic rock. You go, no. We black Americans invented rock and roll. Do you understand that? I know they didn't teach you that in school. Your mother and father didn't want you to know that. I already know. But this is what it is. 83 Gator says, so what do you think about country? Country is slowly growing on me. My daughter loves country. That's all she'll listen to. She'll listen to some rap every now and then, but that's not her bag. She loves country music. But that's our genre too. We started that shit. We started country. You understand? So when they tell Beyonce that she can't do country, like, bitch, her ancestors started this shit. You understand? The Silent One said, did you know there are black country singers, right? Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. Um, we started a lot of this shit, man. Like, again, we are the flavor of this country, man. You know what I'm saying? I want all the foundational black Americans in here. They are trying to tear you down. They are trying to tell you you're nothing but a destructive degenerate. They're trying to tell you all these things about these negative things about yourself. I want y'all to take this message and go tell another brother. We are the soul, we are the moral currency of this country. We are the ones that made them get some act right. We made these people get civilized. They didn't want to be civilized. They wanted to be, they fought to be uncivilized with us. You dig? PRB with his dumbass comments. The keeper said, I'm black man, but I'm a metalhead. Anybody who thinks metal is more moral than rap is lying to you, plain and simple. Thank you for keeping it real, the keeper. I mean, bro, don't get me going down a rabbit hole, man. They do shit that is unthinkable in the rap world. And a lot of this new rap, they have took some of those vibes from rock and roll. The Playboy Cardis, and other people. It's a cat named Mario Judah. I fuck with Mario Judah. My man actually put Mario Judah on, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of this stuff is just mimicking these heavy metal acts. Listen, before foundational black Americans, what was the music? Somebody tell me. Don't say country. What do we have? We have the blues. Who was singing the blues? Was the slave owner slinging the blues? No, he had everything he wanted. The blues came from what? Having the blues, okay? Struggle, okay? All of this shit came from struggle. All of this stuff morphed into what you see today. Smokey the Bear said jazz and blues. Do y'all know the way they talk about rap today is how they talked about jazz? Do you know jazz? Do you know jazz was considered devil music? Jazz, my nigga. They vilified jazz like they do rap. Hey, PRB, I saw your comment. Do you have anything else to say, sir? Carl said, do you know any of the details of the other shootings because they weren't unarmed? Yeah, I know the details. What shooting are you talking about? Yo. 83 Gator said BB King, Elvis. Elvis was just an impersonator, dog. We got Little Richard, dog. But he need Elvis for when you got Little Richard and Chuck Berry. Like, come on, man. He was just copying what they did. Of course, you don't know that neither. I know PRB. You're mad as usual, sir. You're mad as usual. But I'm glad to see you, bud. I'm glad you're here today. You can get some of this work. I Am Willem said Elvis stole Hound Dog from Big Mama Thornton. Bluegrass said, dude, you're full of shit. I know. See, just because I'm saying something that you don't like or that you didn't know doesn't mean I'm full of shit, brother. Okay? Don't dismiss it. Be a man. Be a man of integrity and say, ho, let me go look into this. Let me go let me go fact check this. See, that's the problem. Y'all get on this internet and y'all just hear shit and you don't go fact check it. Andrew said, I fact check everything I post. Quincy Jones said Elvis stole his dance moves from a black man. He stole all his whole swagger, man. Come on, y'all. Shotty Skane says Satan is the master of music. If you believe in it, I don't believe there's a Satan. You understand? I believe the devil is within all of us. I believe that God is within all of us. I don't believe in a red man with a red pitchfork that's down in the bottom of the earth somewhere. You dig? I don't believe in that shit. I hate when people like the devil's working or the devil. No. You gotta get your balance. You gotta balance yourself, man, and you gotta get that shit from up out of you. You know what I'm saying? The keeper said, but nobody can sit there and lie to me and say metal is better than rap because of morals. Hell no. Nah. What about that time Ozzy Osbourne? What did he do, dog? He bit the head off of a bat. Y'all know what? Do y'all understand? See, unfortunately, a lot of our rappers picked up a lot of habits from the rock and roll guys. Somebody said in the comments earlier, they said, y'all bash women. Do y'all know what these rock groups was doing to women back in the 80s? Do y'all understand what was going on backstage back in the 80s in these rock groups? This is where a lot of rappers got the shit that they do from. They picked it up from the rock, the heavy metals, and the Guns N' Roses and the Bon Jovis and shit like that. That shit was fly back in the 80s. The rockers were on top back in the 80s. Y'all remember that shit? They were the big dogs back in the 80s. They had it going on. They had the limousines, the big hair. They had the big hair going on, you know what I'm saying? And then hip hop came and spanked that ass. Okay, and that shit went out the window. And the world was introduced to a whole new flavor. You understand? Run DMC came on the scene. And it blew up worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't hear about no more. That rock shit when it was gone. And I like some rock music. I like a couple rock music joints. I like some rock. I like all kind of music. You dig? Christy Neal said Tupac was too influential in his message. Wake up. We come from the black woman. Absolutely. Absolutely. Luckman said that was funk. That funk was first though. Yeah, the funk was first. And funk was a main ingredient to hip hop. Smokey Bear said Kurt Cobain. I mean Kurt Cobain. Let me tell. I'm great point, brother. Look. Kurt Cobain. Listen, you got a rapper named after Kurt Cobain. All of that listen, all of that Juice WRLD, all that Juice WRLD, Lil Xan, all this new crazy rap that you hear. I fuck with Juice, but all of this shit you hear, this drug rap, that's all inspired by rock and roll, y'all. Y'all understand that? This is all inspired by rock and roll. Understand that shit, dog. These dudes were grew up on rock and roll and took bits and pieces of it and incorporated it in rap music. That's why so many white kids gravitated towards it. You dig? Yeah, the rock star lifestyle. They got songs about it. Rock star lifestyle, might don't make. I see a lot of them the racists got the fuck up out of here. They getting a lot of these truth bombs today, boy. They got up out of here, dog. You dig? Shotty Shane said maybe the fathers should have interfered. Let me ask you, Shotty, let me ask you. I want you to go look up the study that said black fathers are the most involved fathers. Let me ask you a question, though. Why are you so fixated? And look, this is what I like to do over here. I like to say, okay, cool. What if there are no black fathers in the home? What if Chicago was a mess? What if black people are violent? Let's just go with that for a minute. Why do you think it's like that? Do you really believe that it's just a black thing and we just can't get it together? Is that what you believe? Is that what you tricked yourself into believing? Or do you think it's some underlying causes? Christie said, we have to raise the vibrations in the conversation, change the thinking. Smokey the Bear says, Shotty got a fetish. Yeah, he's on these black father things. Like, why you like black dads or something, homie? What's up with that, man? '83 Gator said, because you'll want everything handed to you. 83 Gator, let me debunk you real quick. There's a famous saying in the black community, in the rap community, and it's called, get it out the mud. Okay? See, 83 Gator, there's a popular term, it's called get it out the mud. See, we take pride in getting our own. You understand that? So this whole, because you'll want everything handed to you thing, that's just a white supremacist talking point. Because in our culture, we take pride in getting it out the mud. Going to go get it ourselves. You understand? Yeah, no, we absolutely do that, Mr. 83 Gator. See, listen, I live in a place where I watch white poverty all the time. I can walk downtown. I might do a live stream one day where I walk downtown in my town, and all the white folks, white bums and white homeless people, they out there asking me for shit. You understand? So there are certain people in every community that are poor. And the quicker that y'all are honest with this and trying to stop making it seem like it's a black thing, the quicker we can push the conversation forward. You dig? Ashley said white people get the most handouts historically. Listen, while they trick these MAGA people into thinking that we get handouts, the biggest handouts are going to the billion-dollar corporations. They'll talk about black people or people in general getting EBT, getting $400 a month. Meanwhile, at the same time, these corporations are getting bailed out for $100 million. And they got you fooled. They got you looking at us. You're not getting none of that paper. You're not getting none of that paper. Luckman said, hey, get your numbers right. White people are 3 times more on government assistance. Absolutely. That's a fact. Vince Brown said 1,000% with our money too. Yeah, and their money too. These fucking idiots' money. They're bailing out Israel, right? They sending all this money to Israel and Ukraine and all these other white countries, right? But they got you fooled and tricked into having tunnel vision, lock, stock, and barrel onto black people. That's the trick, man. You dig? Terry Collins says you don't even raise your own children. That's crazy. That's crazy. Smokey the Bear said Black Wall Street was cooking White Wall Street. Yeah, we was definitely cooking, man. Definitely cooking. Terry Collins said, how many baby moms you got? I got one baby mother. I got one girlfriend. We have a home together with kids. We just had a great day yesterday at our children's football game. Beautiful day. So try that shit on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Look at Elon Musk. How many baby mothers does Elon Musk have? That's your hero, right? Can anybody in the chat tell me how many baby mothers does Elon Musk have? See, you know, I don't even really care to explain, but one day y'all gonna see y'all been fooled and y'all been tricked. You understand? 15. Luckman said he got 15. Yeah, how many baby mothers Trump got? Come on, man. Oh, he has the money to pay for them. Well, what if the brothers got money to pay for them? See, I always push the goalpost. You dig? But yeah, let me get back to it, man. I'm here to say, listen, in short, I'm here to say that everybody should keep a close eye on this goddamn Charlie Kirk case. The wife's speech was phony yesterday. They need to investigate her. My view and opinion is that she knows what happened to her husband. She knew what was going to happen before it happened. That's my conjecture. They're trying to usher in a new Christian nationalism. You understand? And they're trying to demonize black people amongst other people. So that's the gist of this video, man. You dig? Yeah. Watch that wife, man. You dig? Take a look at that wife. Bad performance last night, Erica. Very bad. Shawty knew he was leaving this earth. She knew. Trump knew. Trump knew. That's my view and opinion. You dig? Bluegrass says, Kirk aren't racist. He can't even fucking type. Kirk aren't racist. Luckman said, nah, they just phony beyond belief. Yeah, they phony as shit. Gerald Johnson said, debate today, right? Today, we could probably do it this evening. We can do it this evening. Matter of fact, you want to do it now? You got time now, Gerald? You got time now? I'll end this live and we can go live together. Glenn says she got evil eyes too. Super evil. Super evil. Hey, young. I will pray that anybody that I marry 9 days after I get killed unexpectedly, that they would at least show more grievance than what she showed. Like she was trying to muster up the tears. You dig? She said, 83 Gator said, that's the odds of retaliation. 83 Gator, you just talk so big and tough. But answer this question. Retaliation against who? We know that they're talking about us last night. We know that they said they basically dog whistling, saying that we're gonna go after the blacks. Why? We don't know. But whatever. They're saying they're gonna go after the Democrats, but who specifically are these people mad at? Yeah, nobody really wants to debate, man. Nobody really wants to debate. People say they want to debate and they don't want to debate. 83 Gator said, who are the evil? They're the fucking evil, cuz. Like, see, all this vague. Okay, let me guess. Evil is a new word for black people. Is that what it is? Christy Neal said it was a setup. Christy Neal, it was absolutely a setup. Absolutely. This is my view and opinion. You understand? This is my view and opinion. You can't tell me no different. All of this stuff just came out of the blue. They had this shit written down, what they was going to do after he died. Terry Collar says, you don't know shit. You don't know shit either. And that should scare you. We don't know shit. So we don't know shit together, all right? At least I can formulate an opinion and give what I see. You understand? Glenn said, I'm a white brother and I don't agree with everything you say, but I respect you and your opinion, and I'm glad there's people like you out there telling it what needs to be said. Shout out to you, Glenn. Trey Kendrick said, that's why 2 black men was found hung since Kirk been killed. Yeah, I talked about that the other day. I did a broadcast on Trey. I don't know too much information on the other guy. I would love to see the surveillance video. You dig? We gonna see, I guess, maybe. Terry Collar says, that was my opinion. You don't know anything. Okay, no problem, sweetheart, no problem. Magnin Ultra said, Divine, shout out, bro. Shout out to you, my brother. Smoking the Bed said, watch the sheep walking right in the slaughterhouse. Chuck said, no DEI is. Listen, I don't give a fuck about DEI, but I will say that most of y'all too stupid to even know what DEI is. Y'all made yourself look like some damn fools with that DEI shit. Charlie too. To be so brilliant and to and to put out false information on DEI. And again, I don't give a fuck about DEI. I don't give a fuck about affirmative action. I'm self-employed. I haven't worked a job since 2008. I haven't worked a job since 2008. I'm self-employed. So I don't give a fuck about your handout. We really get it out the mud. You understand? Vince Brown said the D is the only part they have a problem with. Vince said Charlie was a college dropout. Jen said, do you sell drugs? No, I don't fucking sell drugs. Do you sell that trash ass degenerate pussy? Is that what you do, Jen? Yes, you do. You get welfare and you sell that trash ass pussy. That's what you do. You dig? And I know it burns you up. Let me tell you something. It burns a lot of people up that I haven't worked a job since 2008. I went and bought a house with cash money. You dig? I went and bought a car. I went and bought a car with cash money. You dig? That shit, it tickles my heart when I can walk in a dealership with a bag of cash and say, huh, let me get that. Huh? It burns your ass up, don't it? You want me to sell drugs. Renee said DEI help white people also. Yeah. White women benefited the most from DEI. You dig? But Jen, we know, I know your type, man. You're a hater. You're a hater. Why is there a need for diversity in the workplace? Why is there a need to say, hey, we need to make sure that this is a fair playing field? And I'm not shouting out DEI because we know foundational Black Americans were at the bottom of that list. Everybody else benefited but us. But let me ask you, why would there be a need to have such programs if America was practicing such equality for everybody? Why would there be a need to implement such programs to say, hey, listen, y'all, we need to make sure everybody gets a fair shot because you motherfuckers are hogging everything and you're discriminating against people. See, y'all want to cry about what's going on today, but it's your practices. It's the racist practices that y'all have practiced forever that we have to have these things. Come on, man. Yeah, that shorty ain't got no husband. She's a damn lie. Jen does not have a husband. Jen does not have a husband. Don't let her lie to you, dog. She's a lonely cat woman. She got like 10 cats over there. How you doing, bro? Good. Jen said, you hate that I'm just a quality human telling you that you're not a quality human. You're not a quality human. You're not. 916 says, fuck both those names you commented. Vince Brown said they want mediocrity, but forget about character. So Real said if Charlie was preaching equality and wanted people to stay away from a victim mentality, then he should have been preaching to his own people. They are the ones who spew all the hate. Bro, that's 100% facts, man. That's 100% facts. And Charlie spewed hate, bro. Like, as the smoke clears and the days go by, like, it's so apparent that this guy was not a loving Christian as he claimed to be. PRB is in his fucking feelings today. He is in his feelings, bro. Don't pay him no mind. He come on here and troll all the time, dog. He's in his feelings, man. He's really upset. But the thing is, what are you guys upset about? You guys should be, y'all shouldn't even be on this stream. Y'all should be so happy. Y'all got everything y'all want and need. You got the power. What's the problem? What are y'all mad at? Jen said, what you trying to debate today? I don't have anything in particular. I'll leave it to whoever challenged me to a debate. You dig? No, PRB, we all see that you're upset, brother. It's okay. It's okay. No, 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 no. You're not good. It's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. Why don't you go to the fridge, get you a White Claw, okay, and relax. Go turn on some Fox News and have yourself a good day, man. Alvin Hester said, they are the enemy, the enemy. Vince Brown, I appreciate you, homie. 83 Gator said, your nappy head is all over Facebook and Instagram. Say cheese. Good, thank you, bro. Make sure you tag the page. Make sure you tag the page, homie. Make sure you tag the page. I appreciate you. Renee said, you are correct, sir. I was just pointing out the fact most people think that DEI only help black people. If employers were fair in their treatment of all people, there would be no need for DEI. Absolutely. The Keeper, 83. Do you have a point or you just yapping like a dork? Yeah, he's a goddamn dork. He's a goddamn dork. Quincy Jones said, debate with 83 Gator since he got a lot to say. Jen said, do you pray? Yes, I pray. Yeah, I pray. Of course, I say thank you. I say thank you to the Most High. That's my prayer. My prayer consists of saying thank you to the Most High. You dig? I don't believe in your God, though, Jen. That shit that they running around talking about, that Christianity they talking about, I don't believe in that shit. They are praying to white supremacists. That's what they doing. They praying to white supremacy. That little ceremony, all these little ceremonies you see, dog, is praying to white supremacy, dog. You see what I'm saying? They serve a different God. I'm not even Christian, but the black Christianity is different than this shit that they practicing. You dig? But listen, man, I appreciate y'all coming through today, man. It was a great stream. I'll probably be back. I don't know if I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I got a shoot tomorrow in Pennsylvania. But I might come back Wednesday, chop it up. Vince Brown said that's why they won't go to our churches. Yeah, it's different. It's different. You dig? So y'all be back Wednesday, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the like button. And y'all make sure y'all have a productive day, man. Be safe out here. Hey, listen, keep your eyes peeled. Be very aware. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what these white supremacists got up their sleeve, man. You know what I'm saying? They feeling real salty this month. You know what I mean? They took a major L, like PRB. PRB took a major L. He cried tears for Charlie Kirk. PRB, you cried for Charlie, didn't you, bro? You cried for Charlie. I mean, you ugly cried for him, didn't you? 83 Gator, you ugly cried for Charlie, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You and your brothers were at the bar holding each other like some bitches. Huh? Yes? I'm out of here. Peace.